Hi everyone, welcome back. I had such a busy week that I didn't get any chance to create a new video or to do any work on the things that I was planning to do. So I don't have an update about projects. I do have still the freeze that I'm working on, but it's been going slowly. I got perhaps 25% of the room done, and but I'll continue over the next few days. I just wanted to maybe dedicate a video to the first owner of this home, and perhaps as part of this series, there could be a video dedicated to each owner, or the ones that I was able to track down anyway. Some of them were actually really interesting characters. One of them went on a shooting spree and killed half of his family. I mentioned in an earlier video that one of them was a clock dealer and an inventor. Very, very interesting character. And I'll share with you one of his bizarre inventions called the illuminated alarm clock. In any case, I think we can begin with Benjamin Franklin Hallett, who was the first owner of this home. He purchased it in 1857, right after he served his first and only term as U.S. District Attorney for Massachusetts. Knowing that Hallett began to live here in 1857 helped me date the building. He was the first owner, as no one was listed as residing at 49 Chester Square, which was the original address before him. So the building must have been built between 1855 and 56, and possibly 56, 57. That's why I date the building to 1857. Chester Square was established in 1850, and by 1851, construction was well underway. All the buildings around the square were built between 1851 and 1860. Here's a lithograph from 1859 that shows Chester Square from its entrance at Washington Street. And here is a photograph from the same year, 1859, where my building, 49 Chester Square, is not visible because it's covered by a tree, unfortunately. But you see that on the left-hand side, there's a vacant lot. And probably that building went up shortly after this photograph was taken. But perhaps we should give Mr. Hallett a face. Here he is in a lithograph from 1865 or so. I was lucky enough to find it on eBay for very, very little money. It's now hanging in the front reception room in a small frame, right next to a letter that Hallett wrote in 1829 to Congressman Tristan Bergs, pitching his sister-in-law's novel, The American Nun, a novel of anti-Catholic sentiment which was published in 1831. Among other items in my collection are transcripts of speeches that Hallett gave in the 1850s, which I keep also in the reception room right next to the portrait and the letter. Here's an interesting one, given at Faneuil Hall on October 21st, 1853, titled "In Favor of the Adoption of the New Constitution." Benjamin Franklin Hallett was born in Barnstable, Massachusetts in 1797, the son of a ship captain, Benjamin Hallett, who was born in 1760. Hallett graduated from Brown University in 1816 and established himself as a skilled writer and journalist in Providence, Rhode Island, until he moved to Boston in 1830. By that time, Hallett had established himself as one of the most prominent attorneys in New England. In 1848, he became the first chair of the Democratic National Committee, a position he had to step down from when he became U.S. District Attorney for Massachusetts. Moving to Chester Square meant not only moving to a larger home, but also to a new, exclusive neighborhood. It also meant leaving behind the life on Beacon Hill, which had become quite heavy for Hallett. Hallett's home at 17 Louisbourg Square was a beautiful, if perhaps conventional townhouse built in the 1830s. There was limited space to entertain, and moving to Chester Square would mean also gaining much larger reception rooms and bedrooms. But was it really the reason as to why the Hallett family moved to Chester Square in 1857? I suspect there's more to the story. I suspect that Hallett became disillusioned with the political world, at least temporarily. He did try to regain the seat as the chair of the Democratic National Committee in 1860 during the Charleston, South Carolina convention. But just days before the convention began, Hallett's wife, Laura, died of bilious fever in her bedroom on the second floor at 49 Chester Square. Hallett skipped the convention because of that, and his seat was not confirmed. Defeated, he returned to practice the law in Boston for the remaining 2.5 years of his life. There's much more to Hallett's life, of course. As a staunch abolitionist, he defended the Mashpee Indians in the 1830s when their rights were being violated. In the 1850s, as the fugitive law was instated, he found himself between two fires as U.S. District Attorney for Massachusetts when the case involving fugitive Anthony Burns took front stage in the national news. But maybe this is all material for another video. Thanks so much for watching.